Hey there, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you're watching this from. And this is going to be a short talk on encouragement. Now, I know there is a lot of doubt sometimes that can enter our heads. I know that there are times where you can feel confused and aggravated and frustrated in many ways. And it's really tough to deal with that, especially in moments or in facing difficult situations, frustrating moments, and just struggles in general in and of itself that force you to question your decisions, question your actions, question your thought process, and so on. And it's really daunting, honestly, because you know being in a state where you are already beating yourself up for whatever reason it may be. And on top of that, the world is doing the same to you, where it's piling you up with ridicule, with insults, with backlash, and so on. It's really difficult to get back up once you've been punched down or hit down. And, sometimes at the end of the day, for some people, maybe sometimes even for me personally, once again, I can only speak for myself because I have no idea what anybody else is going through or how anybody else would react to certain situations. But speaking for myself, whenever I feel like I'm in those situations where I've hit rock bottom or I continue to go below rock bottom and I feel like there's no way out or there is, just constant backlashes, constant, struggles, setbacks with whatever decision I make and whatever path I decide to pursue or walk on, and it never really turns out well. I found that a little bit of encouragement, though I may not believe it sometimes or most of the time, considering that I've seen, the outcome of my actions, the outcome of my decisions, and seeing that it didn't turn out all too well. I I don't really believe in it when I hear it, so to say, but my body acts a different way when I get even the slightest sense of encouragement, whether that be from other people or whether it be from myself. If not from other people, like as long as like I tell to myself, speak to myself, and my own inner voice tells me that stuff like it's okay. It's one bad day, one bad attempt, one bad failure, but it's not the end. You can keep going. You got this. You've been through worse. You've been here before. It's a familiar setting. You can get through it and you can persevere through it and overcome it in the end. So just keep going. Just hearing those words or just having that thought in the back of my head whenever I fail or whenever I go through any rough patch or any bad streak of luck, I find myself you know, immediately switching gears and like just just telling to myself, okay, this didn't work out. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, this day went horribly wrong and I wasn't able to get stuff done that I needed to for whatever reason. Try to get some sleep, wake up tomorrow, and hopefully things will be better. Hopefully we can be more consistent and follow through with what we're going to say, what we said we're going to do, and what we're going to say and do. And yeah, it's just all about trying to encourage yourself at the end of the day because when it comes down to it, sometimes, there's not going to be people around you to cheer you on and to root for you. Sometimes you're going to be in situations where you are just alone and you don't have that support system backing you up because you don't want to, let other people know or give any insight to what you're going through because it's something personal. And in those moments, it's difficult to seek out encouragement if the only person giving you that, or the only person who can give you that rather, is yourself. You know, and if you constantly beat yourself up, even in moments of, you know, struggle and and tragic circumstances, then how do you expect yourself to get out of it eventually? That's a question I used to ask myself a lot back in the day when I used to doubt myself all the time. And at the end of the day, after some time, I eventually overcame it. But it took some time for me to do so because of the constant self-ridicule and self-hatred. So yeah, I just question it. I just question myself. I ask myself sincerely and honestly, like, why do I do this? Why do I beat myself up all the time? Why do I be so vulgar and negative towards myself, even in times of, despair and, certain struggles? Like, it's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to, get up from that if you keep doing that, if you keep pounding yourself over and over again with this negative talk and self-hatred. So yeah, I feel like the one thing that helped me a lot was to just be more practical with myself, and hopefully it can help you guys too, whoever's watching this, is that you can be practical with yourself, be unbiased, know when you've messed up, know when you missed out on certain things that you were supposed to do, and then follow through with the things you said you were going to do. But also you have to know yourself to the point where you know your capabilities enough that even these inner thoughts of ridicule and self-hatred won't get in the way of you getting out of that tough situation. Because these thoughts, though in your head, in the back of your head lies one overpowering thought, an overbearing thought, which is, I can do this, I've been here before, this is a familiar setting, I've overcame this back then, I can do it now. And even if it's a new challenge, a new struggle, you know, a new setback that you face, be like, okay, I've been through worse before. And if not, and if this is on another level, then by all means, I'm more than capable. I've overcome stuff in the past and I can do it again. Just encouraging yourself and hyping yourself up to the point where you can overcome things even without, needing to do it. It's like, it feels like a switch. That's what I can say from experience. Like, it may be difficult at first trying to encourage yourself and trying to get used to it, but once you tap into that switch and flip it, then it'll just be like automatic. You just move on to the next thing. If it doesn't work out, try again the next day, try again the next day, try again the next day again until you eventually get it right. And then when you get it right, pat yourself on the back and say, good job. That's it. And just keep moving. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all fail. We all fall. But we also have the capabilities to get back up, to grow, to develop, to improve, to rise, to hope, and have faith in other people, in God, and most importantly, in ourselves as well. Because at the end of the day, once again, when your back is against the wall and you're stuck in the four corners of your head where nobody's around, the only person you have is yourself, your own inner voice, your own thoughts. So make sure they're practical, they're unbiased, but they're also not negative. Make sure that they're filled with positivity, knowing your capabilities, and encouragement. That despite these setbacks and downfalls, you'll make it out alive, you'll get through it, you'll overcome it, because you are capable and you are strong. All right. That's all for this out, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for listening. And yeah, hope you have a great day.